This is for all you do-it-yourselfers out there who have jacked up asphalt. We got a one-day repair system. We're gonna show you all of it right here. Let's go. So we're on day one, and it's only gonna be a one-day install, so that's pretty cool. So this is gonna be our asphalt repair kit. Brian's down there, Innovate Coatings. He's got Mark with him. They're putting the tape down. We got Trey on the project today, myself, Tyler as well, and then James behind the camera. That's who we're working with today. And the reason we're coating this, right, it looks pretty good as far as color-wise, right? It's not all faded and beat up, but we do have a lot of cracks. Homeowner wants to get these sealed up, and he's done just asphalt resealing, right? And it doesn't last very long. It wears out. The cracks don't hold up very good. And so we're gonna be putting our asphalt repair kit over this. Walk with me, James. So you can see some of these cracks. We got some over here, and then it gets really bad down this side here. Stuff that hasn't been hit at all. And then as we walk down here, we're gonna get a lot of this kind of like spider cracking. What happens is if these don't get sealed, winter hits, water gets in there, and then it freezes, expands, and it just creates problems, right? And so it's gonna deteriorate this asphalt a lot faster. We're gonna come in, they've already pressure washed. Obviously we wanna shoot the cracks out really good, get them nice and clean. Any loose stuff that's in here, right, we wanna pop it up. So we'll be going around popping some of these chunks up that are loose in here, right, getting them out. So yeah, they're taping everything off. Got the mixing station set up in the garage, and this can be done in all one day, right? Show up in the morning, pressure wash, get everything dry, tape it off, start mixing your stuff. And we're also gonna show you how we address these cracks prior to coating, right? We wanna get some product in all these cracks before we start laying down the coating. If we just went over these cracks without addressing them first, the product will kind of sink in those cracks and you'll still see those. You know, exterior sun out, we're about 72 degrees right now. So I'm guessing within an hour or two, we'll be able to start applying the sealer to this. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna have the blower ready, blow off stuff while we're coating, right? We can't obviously keep the leaves from flying around here, right? The stuff you gotta deal with. So luckily it dries quick. Trey will probably pour buckets, Brian's gonna squeegee. I'll hydrate for him, right? We're gonna mix 4 bags at a time. So we need 2 5-gallon buckets of polymer. 1 5-gallon bucket of the polymer goes to 2 bags. So we're gonna use 2 5-gallon buckets. We're gonna use 4 bags of the overlay. And then we're gonna dump half of this polymer in. We're gonna stir up the bottom, make sure we get anything that's settled in there. Dump the remaining in there, add the 4 bags, mix it up thoroughly, right? And then we're gonna pour out of here, out of the 32-gallon trash can, into 5-gallon buckets so we can carry them out, right? And dump them out. So pretty simple process. This is a very easy kit to install, super user-friendly and super durable too. Coating's simple, right? The biggest thing is hydrating the asphalt. It's really not porous and gonna soak up the water, but what it does is it allows the overlay to sit on the surface without drying out as fast. So if we didn't spray water, it would be really hard for Brian to spread this stuff out. I wanna get really thick on them. So you have to hydrate. And notice, I'm trying not to have standing water and puddles. And when stuff dries out, I'll just hit those spots where it's still wet, I'll leave it. All right, so what we're doing now is we're gonna end down that driveway down the side. So we need to start wrapping to this corner and start U-shaping it back down that way, right? We don't wanna go a long ways all the way down, have this little skinny spot we gotta finish. We wanna end everything at that gravel down there. So we're getting close to finishing this up. You can see all this out here is already dried out, but there still could be some moisture in it. So we're gonna head to lunch, right? We started at 11:45. It's 1 o'clock, so an hour and 15 minutes. We pretty much coated, probably hour and a half, we coated all this. So very fast process. So we're gonna go get some lunch, give it an hour or two, come back, do our sealer, and the sealer's fast as well. We'll literally start down there, seal it. By the time we get done, we'll go do another coat. We'll do about 3 or 4 coats, thin coats, and then we're pretty much done. So biggest thing is make sure it's not gonna rain on you, right? We wanna seal before any water gets on us. Make sure sprinklers are off, right? Check the weather. A little windy, we can deal with it, right? But yeah, that's kind of it. What Mark's doing right now is we just pop the top. We always like to mix up the sealer a little bit, right? Make sure nothing's settled. It's all mixed thoroughly. We'll repop it on. We're gonna be putting it in just pump up sprayers, simple pump up sprayers. So mixed one up. Now we're gonna start putting it in the sprayer, right? Got the strainer in there. And we don't wanna overfill these. We wanna be able to get some good pressure in there. So we only go like 3/4 full. So while we're doing this, Trey's trying to get all the leaves off, right? We're constantly been dealing with just stuff that happens when you're doing stuff exterior, right? You're gonna deal with wind and weather and all that good stuff. So we'll constantly be spraying leaves off. Cool thing about this though, it's single components, so we don't have to mix 2 components together. Simply pop the lid, mix it, ready to go. Dries super fast, right? We wanna put on 3 to 4 thin coats. We don't wanna put it on too thick. It'll trap the moisture in there and it can have a white haze. So we wanna do 3 to 4 thin coats. And it'll dry quick, and we're not putting it on thick to where these leaves will like stick into it. So we'll be able to, we should be fine. We'll just have to kind of deal with them as they blow around. So we pulled the tape. He's just gonna spray the curb. We've tried to take our feet off if we walk out here before we seal it. We don't wanna get this all coated and then a bunch of guys, you know, cleaning stuff up and constantly walking across this, getting a bunch of footprints. Try to keep it nice and clean before we get that sealer on it. So that's it. That's how we do an asphalt repair kit all in one day, right? We started washing the asphalt this morning, cleaning it, and did all the steps that it took to do this asphalt kit, and it is about 3:45. So they got 2 more coats to do, but again, they just jump back, coat again, right? It dries quick. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get all the coats done, and then we're gonna pull up all the tape. We'll get you guys the final footage of what this looks like when it's all sealed up, and that's pretty much it. So pretty cool application. Again, we did some crack repair, filled some cracks previous to the asphalt kit. We went over that, but again, 1-day application, can't beat it. And this is a lot more durable than your typical seal coat for asphalt, right? We got an actual layer put on top that has crushed marble in it, so you're adding durability, you're adding strength. It's all UV stable. So yeah, we're gonna clean up, get you guys final footage, and then we'll see you guys on the next project.